During an extraordinary summit in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, on February 8, regional leaders from the Eastern and Southern African blocs urged all parties, including the M23 rebels, to engage in direct talks to achieve an immediate ceasefire in the escalation conflict in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo. In late January, M23 rebels seized Goma, the largest city in the east of the DRC, in the worst escalation of hostilities in more than a decade, which left thousands dead. Despite the announcement of a unilateral ceasefire, the rebels continue to advance into the neighboring province of South Kivu. In a statement on January 31, 2025, however, President Felix Tshisekedi categorically rejected any dialogue with the M23 rebels, accusing Rwanda of fueling the conflict with its own troops and weapons.
Today, we join together in order to reiterate our calls to the parties to this tragic conflict to immediately cease hostilities and take positive action to allow meaningful dialogue aimed at restoration of stability. Specifically, we stand together to call on all parties to actualize the ceasefire, and specifically on the M23 to hold further advancement and the armed forces of DRC to cease all retaliatory measures.
With some 3,000 people killed and 2,900 injured since January 26, according to a UN report, the summit expressed deep concern at the recent attacks on diplomatic missions in Kinshasa and urged the DRC government to ensure the safety of foreign personnel and peacekeepers such as MONUSCO. It also mandated the EAC SADC Chiefs of Defense to meet within 5 days to develop technical recommendations on enforcing an unconditional ceasefire, securing key areas such as Goma, and reopening vital supply routes, including Goma Airport.
This historic summit of our two regional blocs is testament to our shared commitment to the founding values of the African Union. Such joint initiatives must see us scale up bold and decisive actions to silence the guns on our continent, but most immediately implement lasting solutions to the escalating conflict and humanitarian crisis in the eastern DRC.
As violence continues to threaten the stability of the region, the success of the SADC EAC summit remains critical. Looking forward, the summit calls for a joint meeting of SADC and EAC ministers to be convened within 30 days to discuss the report of the joint meeting of the CDFs on the ceasefire and cessation of hostilities, establish a technical coordination mechanism at the secretariat level to monitor the implementation of the summit's decisions, address all outstanding issues related to the achievement of a sustainable peace in the DRC, and establish a roadmap including a long-term implementation measures.